5/2 انا عندي كورونا. انا مصاب بكورونا يا اخوي. اليوم عندنا امطار هنا يا جوني. ايه الحين عليكم بيطلع يتمشى يا حبيبته. بوردي انا حاشتري لك نسكافيه. شو اسمها بعد تو ماما. عليكم حركات. بلا الكرسي ما يفتح. اوكي. شوري الحين. عليكم شيء. انا جبت واحد كان انسان صاحي بس بعدين ما ادري شو استوى له. خلينا نكمل الكولكتبل مالنا تيلز اوف ارايس. امس شفت اليوم عاطيني هذا انفايت في الديسكورد ماله هذا. شو اسمه اشكان. شوف دخل. قحاب. مطلقات يسولفون مع بعض. والله يا ريت لو سوالفهم اوكي، يعني ما عندهم سوالف. يتكلمون عن لعبه واحده ايبكس ليجند. يعني في العاب مليون لعبه. ستار هير كليب. مشكله خلي الحين هذا الشيء. هذا تليفون مني ونكمل. هكذا هازم بالارض. امه.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
ايوه سوى هو هذا الاهبل. شو استطلع مال زومبي؟ زين. كيف؟ هذا تدريب في شيء تروفيات عبيطة. ما عنا شيء.
Boy, am I glad to see you safe. Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord? Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Shion.
وهذا ابوي ضارب حسن. هذا الشخصية اليوم شو ياله؟ ما ادري به من البارحة. الحين تقول شيء.
I got my memory back.
I got my memory back. قص امك. مبروك. ابو نايت امه. طعت هذا تشبيه. قال لهم القصة.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
انا مسوي لي نظارة ربيع. انا مسمينها نظارة. شفت الفيلم مال اكس مان هذا اللي يطلع ليزر؟ نظارتي اقوى منه. هاي النظارة العجيبة. يوم انا اطلع يعني نقول الحين انا قاعد في الغرفة يعطيه لون معين وما ادري شو في الظلام ما ادري شو. بطلع في الشمس يستوي اسود. اذا بتابع تلفزيون في شيء مال ري واكس راي وما ادري شو. النظارة العجيبة يسوي. ربيع شاف النظارة تخبل قال انا بعد بسوي.
Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danon?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal.
وين كاساندرا وين راقدة؟
Only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king.
Assassino!
The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave.
والله نحن مو صحيحين يا
The
ريال.
only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
ناس اللي تلعب العاب يكونون هادي وما ادري شو. نحن نص الكلام كله السب، نص الثاني كل واحد ينيك الثاني، كله فسق بفسق. عليكم يطارد ولا اللبنانيات. هذا انا ولد خالي فارس يقول لي انا بس بتعشى بيجيلك بعدين ويختفي ولا يجي بعد غيره بعد اسبوع يظهر. خلي لو يظهر الحين ما قطعناه الحين اصبر.
They said it was for something called the spirit channeling ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for,
لا هو ستريت.
Unfortunately, I never found out.
ما يجامل هو اصلا. احلى شيء.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegis is true, then maybe you really did meet Shion.
هاك والله هاك you قامت اساسينو.
From somewhere, right?
But Shion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Shion I knew from Lenegis. It was Naori. She was a Renin maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
قاعد اشرب بيبسي.
Imeris?
Gentlemen, قاعد I am drinking
As in
Pepsi.
Shion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or
ما
something?
هذا حصل.
Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
نادي خلصنا الصبح.
The mask? But why?
الحين Pepsi time. Have a break. Have a
To
Pepsi.
keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It
أنا
predates the
الشخصيات هنا
crown
في اللعبة
contest,
ملبسينهم كلهم
to a
نظارة
time
عشان
before
نفسي
even
أنا.
the first Renin invasion of Dana.
أنا ألبس نظارة كلهم ألبسهم
300 years ago.
نظارة.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen.
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Kisara.
Listen. What you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone?
Okay.
Take some time to think things through, okay?
Okay.
But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
انت شو مرجعنك تلعب هاللعبة؟
All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
To be a good guy يا ودحين.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
ايوه هنا فيها العصفور الكولكتبل. ايوه شو طلع؟ يعني في اللعبة وايد
You're certainly full
يتكلمون.
of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Danon, do you bear the same crest as the current Renin sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Danon for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I've never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen. I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renin, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renin. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. but all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
Without taking any damage.
As for what happens after that...
So, how did you get back down here from Lenegis, anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones
لا اللي بداية يكونون في الفندق في الديسكو ما ادري شو عقب تنام تصحى كل العالم استوى infected.
She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express.
كل شوية بتشو تسمعني أطارة.
Fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining
armor. Corona.
Back after my brother passed away,
super كورونا.
It was you who told me
الحين أي واحد يكح كورونا. أي واحد يعطس كورونا. أي واحد ما يتكلم كورونا. كل شيء كورونا.
When he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting. To strive no matter what.
And I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Allah. If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
Corona.
Been fighting for, huh?
صحة. هذا دبل كورونا مو بقرص كورونا.
All this time I thought it was the worrying about Shion and the pain bringing you down.
أنا تعرف كيف أعطس؟
I didn't realize you were lonely too.
أيوة.
All of us are, in one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered. What do you mean?
I was all of us are, in one way or another. Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
What? What do you mean? What? 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 What?
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't,
انت ما تدوق شيشه لا ما تشيش صح؟
father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I
قبل
guess
كان
I'd probably
دوق.
still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all,
اللوج بعد
we can predict what
بعدكم
the
عندكم
future will
لوك داون.
hold. I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything
ما
that's
يبيع ما
happened
في
in your
محلات
past,
مقاهي
finding out
شيشه
you're
ما
the sovereign
شيشه.
and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted.
بس بيكون غالي يا
Honestly,
ريال.
I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Shion, then it was me, and
اشتري
now
لي
it's
سيجاره
you.
ارخص.
All of us suffering. Just because of some
والله.
power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you
يعني اشتري شيء حرام ارخص من الحلال.
Even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Shion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Shion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going.
هاي شكله خايس هذه ينفسخ القناع. كان امه وين الثواب عنده واحد وين. اها قم من هنا. اكل ببغاء. يا اخي شو التروفيات بايخه يا ريال. دور كولكتبل. وين اللي عقبه؟ مال كولكتبل قاعد اسويه انا الحين. هذا رقم 29 38. جمعت 28 الحين. هذا وين؟ رايد باندج لوكيشن شاين فول وودز. عادي ما دام شغال بالقايد. انا من بديت اللعبه عشان هذا الطيور.
Alvin, are we gonna go rescue Shion or what?
اسمع يا جب الارض. انت من دخلت تيمي استخدمتك مره ما عجبني حركاتك نفس وجهك. شليتك فريتك برا. لو سمحت ما ابغاك تظهر في اي كاتسين. لا منك فايده في التيم مالي ولا شيء.
Come on, man, snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and
ladies and gentlemen, please.
Worse still, you blame yourself.
Please fasten your seatbelt. الطائرة المتوجهة إلى نمسا جاتويك.
That doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing. What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me. That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Xion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Awesome.
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Xion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
Back to the inn, I guess.
Yeah. أعطي وجهك زبلط. اوكي شو نسوي الحين؟ نرجع هنا.
There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphen, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Look sharp, people. If we don't...
وين هذا بس؟ no.
Don't act fast. They're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
إني قادم أيها الوحوش. أتاك. يا أخي كل دقيقة حنبين كاتسين شو. ورله.
Remember, if the pain's too much...
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come.
بو كم واحد جايين. جودوا.
No Zeugle policy. Fine by me. Let's get to work then. I bet that shell's hiding something tasty.
You're finished! We did it! Not again! Devastation! You're on!
I'm on it.
ايزي بيزي. تعالوا الحس طيزي. لا هذا مالكم ليمون سكويزي. انا اقول ايزي بيزي تعال الحس طيزي.
This pain thing really hurts, huh?
شو قصدك يعني؟
Still alive.
انا شنو؟
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant.
نعم.
It can be pretty useful.
أنا واحد قال لي هالكلمة سنة 1201. لا 201 وسلطات عليا لين الحين يدورونه.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
أنا بخليك أسوي لك حركة وأخلي حتى عليك وما يحصلك.
You know, this one kind of reminds me of home.
Dying Light 2 جاي تشوف الحركات اللي هناك نسويها.
The fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
ماما هي على الصبح طاخ طيخ.
But Xion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Xion, then we defeat Volron and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight?
والله طالع الاصوات اللي تي كرخ. احس انك تساكر في المنجرة يا ريال.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, the Legion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistlewood from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Yeah, can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
Good point. Let's stop by the inn and plan our next move from there. By the way, how is Mahavar doing? Wait, don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but...
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, we've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we can do now is press on ahead.
Fine. Let's get going. Thistlewood was founded by Danans fleeing the tyranny of Renan lords, right? But when you first came, they must have known Dohalim was Renan. So why do you think they let us in?
They almost didn't. But it wasn't just Dohalim they were wary of. They didn't trust any of us.
Even the weird Danans just like them?
When you live life in constant fear of being pursued, it's only a matter of time before all outsiders start to seem a potential threat.
I suppose that makes sense. So how did you convince them to trust us?
You saw how destitute the village was? They needed food, badly. We hunted some Zeugles for them. That seemed to do the trick.
Of course, a little magic-assisted roast didn't hurt things.
Never underestimate a full stomach's ability to put a person at ease. It turns out a hearty meal can be a powerful weapon. Something's on your mind. You having second thoughts about rescuing Xion?
Of course not. Xion's our friend. Almeidrea was the one I hated. For as long as I can remember, she served as a symbol to me of everything Renin. But ever since getting to know Xion, I realized it doesn't make sense to group people together like that. Every individual is different.
I see.
Besides, the situation with Almeidrea was something else entirely. I'd already decided I wasn't going to kill her, but when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right, that she got what she deserved. But another part regretted that someone else had come along and killed her instead. Don't get me wrong. If I had the chance again, I still wouldn't kill her. But it's not like I'll be shedding any tears now that she's gone. It's all so confusing. I don't know how to make sense of any of it.
Who said it had to make sense?
Wow.
Huh?
Rinwell, you've done nothing wrong. You've started to question the beliefs you've held all your life. It's only natural for you to feel disoriented. You didn't give in to the hatred you felt for Almeidrea. You made a choice not to kill her. And that's significant, whether you realize it or not. As for what it means exactly, that might be worth taking some time to figure out on your own.
Some time.
Or don't, if you don't want to. It's just an idea. I'm still searching too, remember?
No, I think you're right. It can't hurt to keep searching after all. And hey, thanks, Kisara.
Shall we save?
Okay.
You people know how to fire Zeugles, yeah? Because I've got a big favor to ask you to do.
Damn it.
What?
Is that so?
Okay.
Great job.
I'll teach these small fry who's the apex predator. Of these waters? Just watch and see.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
I guess we're having fish for dinner tonight. Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
I'd like to check their wares, if you don't mind.
You can never be too prepared. I did... We... have to spend so much?
So option delete. فالقاعد ما يقول لك كيف تسويها؟
I can't wait to start making our meal.
Ooh, we having something new to eat?
Yep, now that we have all the ingredients.
اها وصلنا يعني.
I think Huro senses an owl around here.
لا
I'll do my best.
You're mine. You're finished. We did it. Take this.
I'll take out the leg with my shield.
I'll be saving this.
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Yoo-hoo.
No backing down!
Not a chance. First strike. I'm not done. Take this. No escape.
I'll be saving this one.
A comfortable win.
What's this thing?
All we have to do is get rid of that thing, right?
Go no further!
Here I come.
Airdrop!
Not a chance.
My astral energy!
This one.
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Man, this place is thick with foliage.
It feels like I'm melting.
Calaglia was pretty hot, but at least the air there was dry. Out here, it feels like I'm trying to walk through thick soup.
I can hardly breathe, it's so stuffy. And don't get me started on the insects. You hanging in there, Hoodle?
It's brutal, all right. I can feel my energy being drained away just by walking. All this vegetation makes it hard to keep an eye out. Keep your wits about you, everyone. And watch you don't keel over while you're at it.
What's needed at times like these is a relaxing hot spring. That would soon help us adjust.
And where do you expect us to find one of those?
What about you, Alphen? All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered could be a welcome change.
Well, lucky you, I guess. Just don't expect us to carry you when you pass out.
Gotta break through. No escape. We did it. My turn. We did it. Not a chance. I'm on it.
Going in.
Strike.
I'll be saving.
A comfortable win.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch? I'm exhausted. Hell yeah! There's no way you can complain about how this tastes!
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
You're still awake?
I've always been something of a night owl. Ever since back when I was someone's property. Turning in for the night only made the next day come quicker. I wasn't in any great rush.
Sorry.
What about yourself? Care to share something from before I knew you? You were part of a mage clan, right? Must have been handy being able to rely on magic for everything.
Hardly. In fact, not at all. Magic's not so special when you're not allowed to use it. Always scared of who might be watching?
Right. Sorry about that. I guess I've read too many fairy tales.
We were still made to study it every day. It doesn't make any sense if you think about it, Studying the very thing you're being persecuted for? But that's what we did. Just like our parents and their parents before them. Honestly, I don't even know how far back it goes.
If memory serves, mages have been the stuff of legend for ages. Even as far back as 3 centuries ago, they were myths. Your people were persecuted even before the Renans got here.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the less it makes sense though. I mean, it was astral arts that let the Renans dominate Dana, right? Why didn't mages end up being the rulers of Dana then?
Maybe they tried, but they just didn't have the numbers. Or maybe domination just wasn't something they were...
Morning, brother. Hope you're having a great stream. Folded hands here. To support you, I'm well overdue a visit here. Thumbs up. Light skin tone.
Attracted the attention it did. Swords can be just as lethal in the right hands. Why not ban them?
My best guess? Swordsmanship can be learned by anyone. Magic's more of an exclusive club.
So, you either have the gift or you don't. When something's not easily obtainable, it's hard to comprehend. People are scared of what they don't understand. And fear leads to persecution. So the problem's not magic. It could just as easily have been anything.
Yeah.
Warning to you too, brother. Hope you doing well, my friend.
We should really get some rest.
Hope Ermong is getting well.
I want to go back to bed.
Have you guys... checked your equipment lately?
انا قلت لك سوي له ديليت.
Each day she is getting better, but it's hard when we cannot visit here because of COVID thinking face, so all we can do is talk on the phone. But she That's great to hear that she's getting well. Hope she recovers totally, brother. COVID-19 is everywhere, even in my country the numbers of Don't you worry, brother. She will be recovered totally. Just keep in touch with her and give her a call time to time so she doesn't feel.
Out of my way!
You're mine! Strut! I'm on it! Not enough!
More
Destruction! Crumble! Not
Photon flash!
We can really make weapons with this?
Is that the Zugor we're looking for?
Little help!
Here I come!
Eat that!
Not a chance!
Holy lamp!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
Gotta break through! You're mine! I'll tear you apart! Not a chance! No escape!
Now!
Not a chance!
If they rush you gotta jump for cover!
Same as the UK mate and know a few people who's got it, but they saying it's not as bad as the virus before and this is weaker but still not so.
Gotta break through! Take this! No escape! We did it! Not a chance! You're finished!
Field!
Piercing roar!
Destruction! I'm not done! Blow away!
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat.
No backing down!
You're mine!
I'll tear you apart!
We did it! Crumble!
Come forth, holy
Destruction!
quiver!
A comfortable win.
Oh. كيف؟
You're still not done fishing yet? Boring.
You need patience to fish.
Yes, I phone my mom every morning and evening times folded hands.
Hey, what do you think about that spot?
Good idea. I'll go for that one.
That's good.
I've got a good feeling about this one. This fish is way bigger than I was expecting.
Remarkable. You're top of the food chain.
Yeah. Reel it in. She's got a good size to her, all told.
I can't believe you caught that with a rod. Amazing.
All right.
Bro, do you know why I don't get notifications for anyone's shorts videos but do for normal videos? Thinking face, it's okay, I'm trying to find out if anyone.
Anybody could reel in that.
Nice! You caught it!
It happens with me as well.
Ha! All right. I'll catch something bigger next time.
You take your fishing pretty seriously.
Sometimes YouTube gets funny, I think. I wonder if it does for everyone, as I haven't really noticed before.
Uh-huh.
Reel it in. Anybody could reel in that.
That went pretty well.
Reel it in. I'll catch something bigger next time.
Nice work!
Ha! Reel it in.
Great fishing, low rolling on the floor laughing. I was doing some fishing in Fortnite today and trying to collect all the different fish for my fishing book, grinning face.
Ha! There we go. Anybody could reel in that.
Nice! You caught it! There's the Zoogle we were asked to handle.
That's far enough! Go away! We did it!
Lightning orb!
Don't get complacent.
No choice. You're mine! Strike!
In here!
Push it! Not a chance! Strike! You're mine!
I'm ready for the next battle.
Ho ho ho! Ho ho ho!
Hmm? You're saying we should check the owl forest?
There it is. That's our target.
Right, here goes! Take this! It's over!
On guard!
We did it! Take
Lightning
this!
orb!
Crush!
رابلك شيطاني.
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Oh. Cutscene.
What's up?
Once we get to the mountain, the terrain won't be easy. We should...
Bro, is there no way to reach out to your subscribers from your old account and tell them your new channel Thinking Face?
Conserve our energy.
Huh?
It's not only the mountain. Hard though that may be, it's a pittance compared to what follows. Namely Volron. We wear ourselves out now, or worse still, get injured. We might as well show up gift-wrapped. Right, Kisara?
That's right. Besides, Alphen still hasn't fully recuperated yet.
I'm fine. Don't stop on my account.
I've already told the one who are locals and good friends of mine, same like you and other folks.
Does that suit you better?
A little bit.
I already forgot about my old account. Lol. Because you were so close to 200.
So, Alphen, 300 years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
I wish I knew. Once I left Lenegis, the next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that
It's
can
all
stave
good.
off
I don't
damage
care about
by
numbers.
putting their
It's
powers
about
into
quality.
sleep. They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why?
And good folks like you and other guys.
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renin like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship.
So true, winking face with tongue.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me. I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Shion and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, It's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related. Shion is nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you a
million times. The whole point is to have real friends through gaming, you know.
Sure. Absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori. And I guess I must have been mistaken.
موجودة محطة في الليستة متى ألعب فيها. هاي بالها تركيز أكثر وايد معقد.
Sorry for being presumptuous.
Hold on a sec.
لا أدري شفتها حلوة في وايد بس يبالها هذه اللعبة إذا بلعبها ما ألعب أي لعبة RPG ثانية.
And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
في خلطات سحر ما سحر element ما element.
It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
The reason he lost all his memories?
All but a select few strong ones. So deeply ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams. It's not completely out of the question.
In which case, maybe it was the mask numbing his sense of pain, too.
It's certainly possible. As for how, I wouldn't know. But the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
I really hope Shion's okay.
I get why you're concerned. But if you don't rest when you can, you're going to regret it.
She's right. We need our rest to conserve our strength.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, you two.
No problem. We'll save Shion. I know we will.
Thanks for waiting. Eat as much as you like.
هاي هني اسمع.
Alone. I'm all alone.
أفا شو هذا بعد ظهر.
Let's go. We don't want to keep Shion waiting.
Okay. وين هذا التاجر؟
We check back in on the ring?
هذا ايتمز هذيلا.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
اكتب اي شيء لانه بحطيك مودريتور هنا في الشانل. في الشات.
Just what are you saying?
Why do you want to know? Does it bother you or something?
اكتب greetings.
No, really. It's just the way you talk is sometimes Kinda creepy. So I was wondering if you vent your frustration through your magic. Are you yelling, "You stupid jerk," or something like that to pump yourself up?
What? No, that's not what's happening during my incantations. I'm just focused, so I match my tone to fit the mood of whatever I'm trying to invoke.
Invoke?
How do I put it? Basically, the elemental astral energy behind each art, I guess.
Astral energy? Hold on, are you saying you can talk to astral energy?
Not exactly. But if I put emotion into what I say, it's easier for me to properly cast my arts. That makes sense?
Kind of. Okay, so if you can talk to astral energy, then you can...
Back in 1 minute, just going over to Twitter to look at this message, folded hands.
Wait, you don't really think that, do you?
Or you can ask it to send down lightning to where there's bad guys lurking and...
May lightning condemn those
Thumbs up.
Ah, what are you doing? You almost frightened me with that.
I just asked the astral energy to send down lightning where there were annoying boys.
I don't know what to do.
Greetings.
Things can't go on like this.
What do you mean?
Ah! Oh, it's you,
نكتب
Manuel.
شيء.
You were talking about me, weren't you?
No,
المفروض
I
يكون
wasn't.
ازرق على اسمك.
I've just been thinking about some things.
Really? How unusual.
Cut it out. I'm being serious here.
Sorry.
I was thinking about... You know how I used to work for Ganabelt back when I was in Sislodia?
ايوه ازرق.
Yeah.
The stream going.
You were brought in after the Snake Eyes killed your friends, right? I mean, you had to.
Right. I used to have nightmares about it when I fell asleep. But lately that's been happening a lot less.
يبي
I don't know
كاساندرا
how to
خلي
feel
تشوفني.
about that.
That's a good thing, isn't it? You should be happy.
Yeah, but...
اساسينو.
I did a lot of terrible things back then. And I'm scared I'm starting to forget what I did.
Okay, so let me just get all of this straight. You think you'll forget everything if you stop having those nightmares? Why?
صورة شوف.
Because... You know me. I'm freaking stupid.
But it sure
لا
doesn't
من
sound to
قبل
me
مش
like
شغال.
you've forgotten.
من يوم دخلت شات بارتي شغال اصلا
Yeah,
ستريم.
but still.
I don't think those nightmares going away means you've forgotten.
لا
Maybe it's a sign that you've come to
اكثر عن
terms with what
ساعة
you
ساعة
did.
وشيء. لا نحن
Come
الحين
to
شات بارتي.
terms. You mean like Alpha and
ايه
his
من
past?
بدايته
You
شغال.
think that's what's happening?
Yeah, I do. You're pretty amazing, Law.
I am?
Yeah. Not all of us have figured out how to accept our pasts. Least of all, me.
كل شيء.
Rinwell.
نحن بنتسبح بالبترول. وين السيرة؟ كيف؟ طلعهم على بالهم كلها ميدل ايست لانها صحراء.
That's what we're going to climb?
The villagers
No.
managed it on their escape from the city.
Is it just me? Or does Rinwell suddenly seem much more comfortable around Dohalim than she used to?
I noticed that too. When the two of them came and found me together back on the beach, I could hardly believe my eyes.
It's not like we had a choice or anything. Law and Kisara had to hang back to convince the villagers we meant them no
وايد
harm.
هذا عليه تروفي طر هالحكي مالهم الحين.
More than that, though. There are
لازم
a lot of
تسمع
things I've still
300
got to come to
ديالوج
terms with
مالهم.
regarding Almadria. But I guess I'm through making snap judgments
لا
based
ما
on
اعمل
someone's
سكيب.
origin.
اسمع
At least I'm trying to.
اخاف يخترب تروفي لو
I
سويت
guess you
سكيب.
could say it's a work in progress.
I see. You hear that, Law? Sounds like all that hard effort wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
That's got to be reassuring to
شوف
hear.
كلهم لابسينهم
Right,
نظارات
Dohalim?
انا نفسي.
Not being subjected to unwarranted suspicion is certainly welcome.
Yeah, that long-winded way you have of
كلهم
talking,
كلهم.
though, not so much a fan of that.
لا هاك البطل.
I think that's more
والله لابسينهم كلهم.
Really? In that case, I don't have to feel guilty getting annoyed by it.
ولا كلهم الفريق كامل حمي، الله يغرب لهم. مو ما حاول ما يستوي. ايه وحوشيدات تعال. شوف ربيع ها. غمض عيني بضربه. شوف غمض عيني. شوف غمض عيني ربيع. ماتوا؟ فتحت عيني. انت ما تصدقني ها جيت الحين انا يوم افتح النظاره ما تشوف. هاي يستوي لون ازرق.
This injury hurts more than I thought. Shion, sorry, but could you... Oh.
بس حلوة وانا غمض عيني ها. ما صدقني يا جيت. خلي الحين معركة مع البوس بسوي لك اياه. اغمض عيني. اوكي شوف ما بتشوف ها. شوف
All aboard the victory train.
شتم اكثر من هذا. غمض عيني واذبحهم. وين الماب هذي بعد ما وصلنا؟ طويل وايد. ده شفته.
Don't let up until it's over.
Who said anything about letting off?
ما ادري والله.
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
ما قمت اشوف سينما من زمان، الحين ما اصير سينما. اصير سينما ما كله بها يجي لي كورونا ما ادري شو. سينما مفتوحين مفتوحين
Hi, Hoodle.
Get behind me!
Here I come.
It hit high. Just back it up.
We're in good form.
يعني لا باقي لي كم 8 كرة هذيل كولكتبل.
Never stood so close to a waterfall like this before.
I bet it.
انا واصل اخر شيء. اي شيء ما يمد بسرعة.
We're in good form.
مسوين جارد. قلت لك في وحوش يكونون عندهم جارد اب. تشوف صور على اليسار هذا اللي المعون، هذا الالتيميت مال شخصيات استخدمه ضد البوسس.
I'm pretty sure we can handle anything. Remind me to stay on your good side.
يعني 5 التيميت جاهزين عندي. يباله اوه وحوش يداد.
Right, here goes. Rising Wyvern. Soda. Inferno punch. Look shot. No escape. Be careful, everyone. This one isn't.
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor. That's far enough.
اروي كلت واحد.
It's over. Here I come.
We're in the home stretch, guys. What she said. Eyes on the prize. That bullet was double for you, Law.
Me? How come I get...
ما طفت لهم.
The heavens must be smiling.
Mighty God.
This'll make us even more formidable.
لا لا. درع. وفي شخصية ناقصة أصلا. احنا شخصية ناقصة يكون عندها سنايبر رايحين ننقذها أصلا. مسدس أيوه.
The design of this equipment is real. Really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen. How much farther?
I don't think we're even halfway there yet. Hang in there. Out of my way!
Here I come. Strike.
You've got a knack for that.
I still plan on training.
We managed to
That's
turn
what I
the
like to
tide.
hear. For now. But things can shift at a moment's notice.
You're right. Better stay alert.
Law! I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
لا أول التمت.
We're in good
بس
form.
شي نزل. في الديفاين فينيكس يسوي لك يطلع لك صدق فينيكس.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
وصلنا عند البوس. لا عندي واحد روحت عندي بعد 4. لا مش شي اذا سوالك ايرور بيوهقني. انا ما اثق فيهم. هذا بعد عليه تروفي يا ريال. انا قاعد اشتغل فيها الحين. لا تربي حيوانات.
UNOing.
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
مية في بوس.
What is this place?
Careful. We've got company.
No. تنين بعد. لا هذا واحد.
Doesn't look like we're getting past without a fight.
Watch your feet. Fall from here and it's curtains.
طبعا غمض عيني بعد.
We're just trying to get past. Get out of our way.
Save your breath. All that thing sees is a talking meal.
Then let's show it how wrong it is. Is it trying to stop us?
Now I'm in the groove. It's finished.
Can't
Let's
get out
do
of
it.
this.
Demon's Descent. Flashing bang.
Dance in the wind.
ضربوا لعن امه.
It's about to come at us. Look sharp.
شو سوى؟
Illuminate the dark. Magic is in. Holy Wind.
Tiger Blade. Lion Owl. The finishing blow.
You'll need to beat me to it, kid.
I'll take on that challenge.
Rising Wyvern.
بيموتوا خلاص.
They're not playing around. Let's get you all tucked away.
Anything in armor is all mine.
Magic is in.
أخي موت.
Lion, take it rock. Demon's Descent. Flashing
الثاني
bang.
ينتظر. شهيد.
With fauna like that, I'm impressed so many people from Thistleum made it through here alive.
Who's to say there weren't a
خلص
whole lot
كاتسين
more
بسوي
who
سيف
didn't?
اصير اتغدى واجي لك يا جوني.
Well, at any rate, it should be a safer climb now that we've cleared the way a bit, right?
خلاص تمام.
No. So long as people feel the need to face terrain this
أنا خلال ساعة
perilous,
ساعتين
say
بينا.
true safety's some way
أريح
off.
شوي.
You mean defeating Volron and putting an end to the crown contest, right?
خلاص أنا عيلت عايز شو بدخل الشات
I
بارتي
guess
أتريح.
that would be the best solution here, huh?
They've wasted enough time here.
Let's get going. Shion needs us.
ماشي يا جوني. ونلتقي.
I want to feel your head right now. You are the place, my only home. Yeah, just like the flowers that blew and fall with you over and over again. Well, I'm barely breathing, breathing to that ground, but each and every time we all stand up. Stop like to yourself and be true to yourself, and that might be we both can exit destiny. So let's shout.